Hello, everyone, and welcome to another ESTAS webinar. Today, I'm delighted to be joined by Ben Ridgway from iamproperty. Welcome, Ben.
Thank you, Ben. How you
Not often,
doing?
yeah, good, thank you. Not often that we end up with two Bens on the same program today, but we'll run with it. So Ben, I'm really excited to talk to you today because often when we talk to people on these shows, we talk to them about what they do, how it currently works, and what the benefit would be to an industry, and kind of, I guess, what some of the problems that they are solving are. But today we're actually going to be talking about something that you are launching,
Mm-hmm.
and it's
Yeah,
something that is not auctions. So
yeah,
Ben, I am very intrigued by this, and I'm sure our audience would really like that they're going to be as intrigued as I am when we say this. Okay, you are launching a ecosystem, and you're launching a CRM.
yeah, yeah. Well, I suppose they're interconnected. So I think first things first. People go, what bloody hell, Ben? What is an ecosystem? So,
Yeah,
I suppose just to give it a bit of backdrop. So look, I think our heritage has been in auctions for the last 14 years. We now work with over 5,000 estate agency branches providing auction services. But yeah, I think over the last 5 years, the business we sort of really broadened our product range, and so we now have an onboarding platform called movebutler that's used by over 1,000 branches on a daily basis. We acquired a CRM platform, OpenView, last year that we've been beavering on in the background. And I suppose really the sort of future direction and vision for the group is how we connect all of those products and services together into a central ecosystem of solutions where, an estate agent can essentially manage their whole day. They've got everything under one roof. They've got one central login, one supply relationship, one statement, really powerful reporting. And yeah, it's really, really exciting.
so what would you're talking about the vision? What insight led you to this vision then?
Yeah, look, so we do loads of insight with our partner agents, primarily, but also their clients, their vendors, and their purchasers as well. And a lot of product innovation costs a lot of money, so it's important that you get it right from the start. Got a few war wounds in that regard, but if you learn from your mistakes, then it's not a mistake, is it? So I think look, we are really, really focused on making sure that we take our agents with us, that we understand their wants and needs, and that we carry out and do a lot of insight work with them to understand their pain points, understand their problems, and then we co-design solutions with them. So, the insight work specifically for ecosystem has been ongoing for the last 2 years. We are making a big commitment financially to this project, and so we needed the validation from our agent base that actually it was something that they wanted us to deliver. And what's been really encouraging is pretty much every agent that we've spoken to in the network, when we've talked to them in detail about the plans that and how that's going to benefit them, have been really supportive and really interested in finding out more. Look, it's a massive project. We started it about 18 months ago. We are launching the sort of first version MVP along with our property CRM later in the autumn. But yeah, that's not us finished. That's us just getting started. And I think we've got a really exciting roadmap of further innovation and pipeline that we'll deliver over the coming months and years.
That's really good. So I'm curious, Ben, why would you say then that iamproperty is kind of best placed or well placed to lead this type of project?
Yeah. So look, I think we're in a bit of a unique position where we've been around for a while. We have really strong partnerships with a lot of agents. We've got quite a lot of unique insight from them. But we're also, we're not just a traditional technology company that focuses solely on technology. We have a big technology focus, but equally as important as delivering technology is the sort of service wrapper that we wrap around that technology. We have 520 colleagues in the business now that provide support on our systems and guidance, and provide services for our agents. And I think it's that unique mix of service and technology that puts us in a really good place to deliver something like our ecosystem that's not been done before.
Sure. Yeah, definitely. I mean, obviously, look, everyone knows at the moment that the market is a little bit volatile in terms of interest rates are going up. People are talking about pipelines are taking longer to go through transactions, people changing minds, etc., etc. Why now?
Oh, for exactly that reason, I think, Ben. The sort of core objectives for our ecosystem are threefold. Firstly, for agents that engage with it, to reduce transaction times across the board, not just on the properties that sell through auction and complete in an average of 56 days, but also their wider instruction base. We have a suite of products in there that will support reducing transaction times across their whole instruction base, which reduces their route to cash, improves their cash flow. So that's probably point one. Point two is to help to identify and spot additional opportunities for revenue creation through whether it might be new revenue streams for the agent or existing ones that they aren't penetrating at sort of market beating rates. And I think the ecosystem will really help to provide that sort of transparency and single pane of glass on a client to enable them to essentially earn more revenue from their existing purchasers and sellers. And then thirdly, to really give them some time back. At the moment they use a multitude of systems. We still double type data in lots of instances, in 2023, and it's just crazy. And using the ecosystem will essentially remove all double keying of data. It will improve communication between parties, and give them a really clear view of their client and property from the very first interaction with them, from prospecting all the way through to completion, and all the monetization points throughout.
It's very interesting. Right, I got a challenge for you here, Ben. Okay, so that what you just kind of said into kind of why now is almost to a degree could probably answer the next question I have for you. I don't want to say you're run-of-the-mill agent, but do you know what I mean? If I am a 1 to 5 branch or maybe 10 branch agent, or maybe I'm a franchise or even a 30 branch agent, why would this be so good for me?
I think for the reasons I've just mentioned, the average time that it's taking to sell and complete their properties at the moment, whether you're a franchisee or a 20 branch agent, is circa 140 days. We believe using the ecosystem will reduce that to less than 100 on average across all instructions and all sales, significantly improving an agent's cash flow. We believe we can put more money in their pocket without them having to work with a whole range of suppliers. The ecosystem's got a really powerful sort of central statement that allows them really clearly to see, all of the opportunities that they could have earned, where they did earn, and one single payment from us on it to reduce their admin burden and give them more time back to do the things that they love, which is hopefully listing and selling more houses. It might be going on holiday, but either or, they're going to be happy. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, cool. So look, I mean, this is obviously kind of, I don't like to coin the phrase your brainchild, but this is something that you've obviously been very passionate about for some time. I mean, as a business owner, how does this kind of feel to be launching your vision in setting up partner agents for success now and also in the future?
Yeah, I think exciting, but there's also, you know, a tremendous amount of responsibility. We have some early adopters that are already adopting our platform on the basis of what we think it can deliver, and we have to work tirelessly to ensure that we do deliver those benefits. I think we're in a unique position that we have all of the component parts, we have all the pieces of the jigsaw now, and we've got to put them together in the right way to ensure we drive great service and great technology for agents.
Absolutely. So you've obviously, you know, we've kind of touched upon kind of the new ecosystem and CRM that you're going to be launching and integrating, but obviously, you know, you've as you kind of alluded to at the beginning, you know, as a business you started 14 years ago in the auction space, but since then you've also launched movebutler as well, haven't you? So in terms of kind of, I guess, opportunities, you know, upfront information is something that is very, very rife right now in terms of kind of forming part of that. What would you say the opportunities are really around that, from how you can help an agent with that?
Yeah, well, I mean, look, what's really interesting is, movebutler and the upfront material information module, you know, are all part of the ecosystem, and bringing all of that into one cohesive central system is, you know, it is part of the plan and our goal. You know, movebutler now onboards 25,000 clients a month, whether they're buyers or sellers. More sellers than buyers at the moment, but, you know, hopefully that'll change soon. And, you know, it allows us to introduce services to those clients on behalf of the agents to provide additional monetization. It primarily ensures that they're compliant and automates that compliance journey through risk assessment, beneficial ownership identification, you know, and done biometric IDing the clients. The material facts module that you discussed, we're launching in September, and that is about, I think, look, some agents will look at that and go, oh, you know, training standards telling us to do something else, more guidance to training standards. I look at it differently. I think agents should embrace it, because, you know, we have been embracing upfront information in our auction business for the last 14 years. We provide more upfront information on properties for through our CLC regulated conveyancing business, Medway Law. We probably do 2,000 auction packs a month, which essentially is upfront information. And they are one of the main upfront information is one of the main component parts of why, you know, our transactions through iamsold go through in an average of 56 days. So bringing those benefits to the wider private treaty market has been, you know, an objective of ours for a while. The material facts module is the start of that. There is lots more planned, which we can get into on another session potentially. But, you know, look, providing more information up front for clients shouldn't be difficult for agents. If you use a system, it doesn't have to be ours, to essentially automate that process. I think, you know, it's not going to take you any longer, but the benefit you will get of being more transparent and providing more information to the purchaser is a reduction in transaction times, is a reduction in fall throughs. So my feedback would be, don't get pulled kicking and screaming in 6 months' time. It would be, embrace it now, get ahead of the curve, because it's only a good thing.
Absolutely. I think too many businesses unfortunately fall into the trap of, we'll do it when we are told we have to do it, as opposed to
it's really interesting. We already deliver 90% of the proposed material information that trading standards are going to put in their guidance for some of our clients in movebutler now, and collect it up front for them, and their transaction times across the board on average are quicker because of it. So you know, I can already see the benefits in the data. And I hope that we get mass adoption. It won't solve the problem of you know, of transaction times. There is more. Yeah, there's no silver bullet in how do we improve transaction times, but it's certainly one of the key foundation stones that needs to be in place to knock some of those other issues down.
Absolutely. Well, look, Ben, really appreciate your time today, and that's been really interesting to learn, obviously, about what's coming in the not too distant future. Just very final question from me. obviously, 2023 has been an interesting year for many people, and I don't think probably no one's excluded from that. What would you say your general biggest business highlights of 2023, and what's to come in 2024?
Yeah, so 2023 has been interesting. I think the auction business has performed really, really well in what's been, a challenging market for most agents, and that's made us quite proud of the sort of resilience of the auction business and how that's supported our partner agent network in faster route to cash and through auction sales. So that's probably the highlight so far. Hopefully, it continues in H2. And 24 is all about our ecosystem, and continual launches of modules and continual investment in the system that will drive our growth in the future.
Absolutely. That's brilliant. Ben, look, really appreciate your time today. For anyone who is watching this and is interested in finding out more, we will put all of the contact details for iamproperty in the comments below. And thanks again for coming on today, Ben.
No worries. Thanks, Ben. See you soon.
Take care.